Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Copeland. It is now official. Boilermaker, which has run the second Sunday in July since its inception, has postponed until September 13th because of the coronavirus pandemic. With 20,000 participants and tens of thousands of spectators and volunteers, race officials had to make a call. News Channel 2's Brent Carney live at the finish line tonight after hearing from organizers about what went into making the decision. Brent, good evening.
Well, Kristen, I can tell you that it was a decision that wasn't made lightly. Race President Mark Donovan said that over 11,000 people have registered for this year's race, and he went on to add that the change could bring some logistical challenges.
We had a pretty robust playbook, but we did not have a section on how to handle a global pandemic.
Like many of us, Boilermaker organizers are readjusting to life in this global pandemic.
We're learning in real time that picking up this 1,000-piece puzzle we call a Boilermaker and dropping it down 60 days later has its challenges.
Challenges include volunteer and runner availability and choosing a date. The Old Forge Marathon is the day before September 12th. The Boston Marathon is the day after, September 14th.
We determined that it was more important for us to be good neighbors to our local friends than worry about our losing some runners to a race like the Boston Marathon.
But Boilermaker is not just a race day. It's a full weekend of events with an expo, kids run, and much more.
We will also be spending the requisite time to work on the balance of the logistics involved and determining what we may or may not be able to do in terms of the other typical Boilermaker weekend events. Obviously, MVCC is back in session, so we'll be working with them to see if that's feasible.
So far, over 11,000 runners registered for this year's race. Organizers are giving those runners options. Run on the new date, get a refund, defer registration to next year, or donate the registration fee to the Boilermaker. If you've already signed up, you have until April 30th to make your choice. Registration for the new date will resume on May 1st.
Now, whether we like it or not, we remain at the mercy of this pandemic. This is still a very critical period in our efforts to stop its spread. We must resist the urge to view any slight drop in case numbers as an all clear to resume activities.
And Mark Donovan added that if COVID-19 does continue to spread into September, the race could be canceled for the year altogether. But tonight, coming up at 6, there is a group of runners that may not be starting at all. I'll explain coming up a little bit later. But for now, live in Utica, I'm Brent Carney for News Channel 2. Kristen, back to you.
Brent, thank you.